Dumbass. Oh, breaking news. Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff are reportedly separating amid allegations of infidelity involving a campaign staff member. What's your reaction? My reaction is, I told you this shit weeks ago. Weeks ago. Weeks ago. I said, now that she did not win, now that the campaigning is over, now that she no longer needs to have a man on her arm in order to look normal, right? They're going to split up. There was no way they're not going to split up. You had the news that came out during the campaign trail that Doug Emhoff likes to slap a hoe. He hit some ex-girlfriend or something. We already know that he diddled the nanny and knocked her up. And there's just not anything good about.
Wait, what does she mean by diddling the nanny? I mean, I follow Kamala News, but to be honest with you, not that much because the supporters are. I don't have a word for him, but he knock up the nanny and make a baby? What is the baby's name? Welcome back to QTV. I'm your host Quan. In the beginning, I wasn't a big fan of TikTok. I didn't really want another social media platform out there, but I cannot deny that TikTok has a gridlock on entertaining content. If you want the latest and greatest information that's going on in liberal land, TikTok is the place for you. I've grown to love TikTok. I've grown to hate TikTok. Whether it's left, right, or center, there's going to be something for all you guys to enjoy on TikTok. But that's what we're going to do today. We're going to scroll through TikTok, and we're going to see what's going on out there in the world of TikTok in liberal land. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to the video, guys.
We were supposed to be on a steady, if difficult sometimes, march towards progress. And yet, just a few weeks ago, the United States voted for a second time to not elect its first woman president. Everywhere, women's rights and women's progress is under attack, overtly and subtly. But I want you to know that I am, and always will be, a proud feminist. You will always have an ally in me and in my government.
Okay, Trudeau. This was supposed to be his clap back to Donald to Trump trolling him. Trudeau, I'm sure Canada does not need another feminist right now, and this is your way of clapping back. Come on, this dude said you were the governor of Canada. This guy said he was going to make you the 51st state. And your way of clapping back was to say that you're a proud feminist. Yeah, I'm sure the Canadians love your show of Scrant Justin, but let's keep going. It's just getting started.
So here is what I find so interesting about what's happened with Kamala Harris's campaign over the past few days. This is a person who raised a record amount of money that no other candidate in history has ever raised. Blew through $1.5 billion, went to Hawaii on vacation, but did not pay her staff. I would like to know what that says about her character, because I have heard so many people time and time again on the left talk about the character of Donald Trump and the character of Donald Trump supporters. Well, I would like to know what kind of character a person has to raise nearly $1.5 billion and blow through it completely in 107 days and then take a vacation without even ensuring that your staff is paid. These are people who showed up to her campaign and worked their tails off for her day after day after day, who believed in her mission, wanted to do everything they could in their power to help her get elected, going around, passing out flyers, knocking on doors, encouraging people to go out to vote. Imagine if you had been in that situation.
Is this true? I wonder if that's true, but $105 billion and you blew through that in 107 days is wild to me. And it says Kamala Harris campaign starts a GoFundMe to raise $25,000 to pay staff. If anybody knows if this is true, I want you to leave it down in the comment section. What's the GoFundMe name? I might even donate $1. You know what I'm saying? I want to help those who helped out Kamala. So if you know, what the GoFundMe is. If this is true, please let me know down in the comment section. But that's wild that you went. She went on a vacation in Hawaii. She disappeared from the media. But this is not the type of person that you want running the country. I'm sorry, but let's continue to see. I'm gonna see what she got to say.
Situation. You believed in her, wanted to help her get elected, and you don't get paid. But allegedly, all these celebrities receive millions upon millions of dollars. Kamala takes a vacation, blows through donor money, but her staff doesn't get paid. And Fox News, also Daily Mail, they're reporting on this story where it is so dire now that the campaign has had to start a GoFundMe. Their goal that they're trying to raise in this GoFundMe, $25,000, so that the people who worked in her campaign can get paid some money. I think this is absolutely...
Well, how many people she gonna pay? What's 5,000 a piece? Come on, because I'm not working on no campaign for pennies on the dollar. But whatever. Let's go to the next video.
America, I need everybody to look at this map. I know we sick of seeing this map, but I need it etched in your brain. I need you to take a look at it.
I'm not tired of seeing this map. This is one of the most beautiful things of the year. But that's what she got to say.
Really scan the states, okay? Pay attention. Now I need you to look at this list, okay? Remember the map. Look at this list, okay? With West Virginia coming in at 50th, Mississippi 49th, and going out. These are the least educated states.
Hold up. I'm from Mississippi now, and I'm a very educated young lady. What does it have to do with it? You know what? I'm gonna let her talk. I'm gonna let her talk. I'm not hard in that.
Okay. Oklahoma superintendent already bought 500 Bibles to go into AP government classes. Okay, they want Bibles back in the school. Louisiana wants the 10 Commandments at the school. Okay, this is what they're fighting for in the least educated states. The Attorney General in Texas is suing a nonprofit that feeds the homeless. Are you all hearing me? In Missouri, there was a complete abortion ban until Amendment 3 came, which will make it legal again up until viability starting on Thursday. So that means, Senator Hawley, you had no idea what the people wanted in your state. Another thing that this list has in common is that the ACLU is not playing with any of them. Tennessee, come to the front. Since the state of Tennessee wants to ban gender-affirming care for trans youth, the ACLU is not hearing it. Okay, they will be in front of the Supreme Court today. Don't y'all have other things y'all need to focus on?
Listen, why are they're so butthurt about Trump winning this election? What's wrong with Bibles being in schools? And on top of everything, I mean, however you feel, me personally, I'm not against anything when it comes to trans rights and things like that. But when it comes to children in school, hell no. Big hell no. Because why are you trying to affirm kids in school who are still learning? The brains are still developing. You can have a kid who identifies as a male or female outside of their normal gender, and then later down life decide that, hey, it was just a phase I was going through in school. I can't tell you how many times that I believed something and I felt so strongly about something in high school or middle school, and now today it's not even a factor in my life anymore. These people are sick, and I bring the Bibles back to school, but you can get up off of Mississippi, because I was born and raised there, and I know we're very educated. We're not stupid. We're not backwood bigots, but whatever.
Dumbass. Oh, breaking news. Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff are reportedly separating amid allegations of infidelity involving a campaign staff member. What's your reaction? My reaction is, I told you this shit weeks ago. I said, now that she did not win, now that the campaigning is over, now that she no longer needs to have a man on her arm in order to look normal, right? They're going to split up. There's no way they're not going to split up. You had the news that came out during the campaign trail that Doug Emhoff likes to slap a hoe. He hit some ex-girlfriend or something. We already know that he diddled the nanny and knocked her up. And there's just not anything good about.
Wait, what does she mean by diddling the nanny? I mean, I follow Kamala News, but to be honest with you, not that much, because the supporters are, I don't have a word for him, but did he knock up the nanny and make a baby? What is the baby's name? Like, I would love to know who's the child? Like, I'm gonna search this. I'm gonna research this.
That man, he came across as more of a fan of Tim Walz than Kamala Harris. Definitely a bigger fan of Joe Biden. That's who he was making out with, basically kissing her on the lips, and not his wife. They always like kiss each other on the cheek. He feels very closeted. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Hang out in your closet. I don't really care. You do you, boo. I'm just saying. I never ever bought it. I didn't believe it. They've been married for a while, but I also think they got married so that she could start her campaign trail, not for this one, but ahead of time to go ahead and be married and have that settled. So that when she started putting her name out there in the 2020 race, that it was not frowned upon as a single whatever ethnicity she claims to be female, right? She had to get married, and there has to be kids, obviously, because you can't just be married. You got to have some kids in there too. So now that she has lost, and not only has she lost, she just destroyed her chance of ever being the president of the United States. That she's just absolutely stupid. There's no reason for Doug Emhoff to hang around. Her dumbass. Oh,
Yeah. She did destroy her chances of becoming president. But on top of that, though, you have Kamala supporters, liberals, that honestly believe that there's a chance that she still could be president. They're talking about something big in 2025. I want to know what it is. And on top of all of that, I want to know, when did treason become such a new hip craze on TikTok and other social media platforms? But we're going to get into it.
So this is a post-election intuitive update. It's Monday, December 2nd, and I'm kind of nervous. I see Kamala shuffling papers as if she is prepared to face the most daunting task of her life. She is telling her people to prepare for the biggest moment of their lives. There's a trigger of some sort that is going to unleash a flurry of activity to help her navigate a path to the presidency. It will all happen in a flash, and those of you who have been watching and listening intuitively yourselves, well, you knew this was coming. I am seeing that on the date 12/12/24, there's this constellation called Perseus. It's the hero constellation. It will be centered over a major ancient site in Ireland and will activate a response. That does not mean we see anything on that 12/12 date, but it is a sign from the heavens of a turning point. I will give you more details in an upcoming video. Stay tuned.
What are these people talking about? Something big coming. The only thing that I know that happened on 12/12, this is obviously after 12/12, but 12/12, the things with the UFOs, which is true. I've actually seen one, but what are they talking about? A pathway to presidency. From what I'm hearing, that sounds like treason almost, but I could be wrong. Whatever. We're gonna go to another video. You got sidekicks and everything. This is sad in a way that they dude, the election's over with. Like, stop it. He will never be certified. He might be elected, but this can be interpreted in so many ways. This could be a threat or whatever, but you look stupid because, bro, he's gonna get inaugurated. And I firmly believe that if something happens to Trump between now and inauguration date, it'll just be chaos everywhere. But let's continue.
Psychic intel, hot off the presses.
Another
This is
psychic.
part 1 of 2. So I received something about the big contest last month, a couple days ago, and I've kind of been sitting on it. Not sure if I should share it. It's good. Not sure if I should share it or if it's correct. Just, I do my due diligence, y'all. I don't just run up here and run my mouth. But a lot of what I've been doing behind the scenes is to verify what I have been getting, ask in lots of different ways, connect with different entities and intelligences. Y'all, I'm really doing my research for you before I just pop off here. One thing that has been interesting throughout this process is
She's been talking to the aliens. They're here. Maybe they're communicating with you. You should have kept this to yourself. I don't even know where you're going, but I'm going to see.
Although I got the initial information that a lot of us in the 4 a.m. club, that our preferred candidate, the female, will be victorious and is victorious. After that information, when I have tried to verify and check in and ask different things and look in different places, a lot of areas were off limits. A lot of areas were, we're not going to tell you that. We're not going to give you that information. And the overall sense is that the process, the things that they were doing behind the scenes were being very closely guarded and closely protected, which I think is another reason that not a lot of psychics or intuitives are getting very specific, detailed information. We're like, it's quiet, both physically and psychically. It's been very quiet.
Right.
I've always considered that a good thing because
It's been quiet because it's over with. She's not going to be the president. What?
if spirit is cloaking you, if spirit is protecting you, then the good stuff is going on and we just need to trust and let it happen. So the other day when I was checking things out, this is before I made my big video, Do I Still See Her as Winning? People either loved it or hated it, whatever, you do you. As I was checking in before I made that video, I did get a piece of information that I didn't share. I asked specifically, is an investigation underway? Where again, before I was getting no information. This time I got information and the answer was no. And I was like, what? And then I thought to ask the follow-up, does that mean that it's done? And I got a yes. Whatever has needed to happen has happened. And now it's an issue of timing. It's a matter of doing things in the proper order, in the right time, in the right way. So although I feel, you guys, it's weird. It's weird. As time goes on, I'm feeling the pressure of being the psychic of the election. I don't like it. I don't like this pressure. But I feel this duty and obligation because I have so many of you who have chosen to trust me. And I'm working very diligently to be out of ego, to check my connection and recheck my connection.
This was really hard to watch. What are they talking about? Somebody please tell me what they are talking about. Investigation. Has the investigation already been completed? What are they talking about? She lost. Fair and square. Get over it. Stop it.
Okay, I just need to give my 2 cents on something a former president said. And this is how I'm going to sum it up. If you guys think that this walking brain of a man was not giving some sort of cue or a clue to us that things have gone awry in America, especially when he said that people get to the point to where they don't want to play by the rules and that they just want to completely throw norms out the window. What are the rules? The rules
Because he was projecting. They're talking about the Democrats.
are the Constitution. So that means everything within our power, within the Constitution, when they do this, when they don't want to play by the rules, when they want to just act a fool like this, then we're going to have to fight. Now, for us, that don't mean knock somebody out. The other side, that's what it means. That's not what it means for us. That just means that we're going to have to go within the Constitution and do some things that we haven't had to do. But now we have to do them. And we have to be brave in doing so. And you guys got to remember, former presidents have access to things that are a matter of national security, international security. They still get intelligence and they still act in an advisory capacity. So y'all better get ready. The other side, you better not be too comfortable, you know?
I'm very comfortable. I'm extremely comfortable. Y'all need to get it together. It's over with. The election's over with. Like, stop it. She lost fair and square. Electoral votes, popular vote. It is over with. I'm sorry.
Everyday therapist, mother maid, nymph, then a virgin, nurse, then a servant, just an appendage, lip to attend him so that he never lifts a finger. 24/7 baby machine, so he can live.
All right, so these are the blue wristbands. I don't know if you guys have heard anything about the blue wristbands, but what the blue wristband is Kamala supporters and other liberals, they wear that blue wristband to let each other know, like, if you see me in public and I got on a blue wristband, I'm a safe space. You can come talk to me. I mean, like, it's kind of genius in a way, but I feel like they're using this kind of thought process to the wrong thing. But yeah, that's what the blue wristband is. So let's see what TikTok has to say about this here blue wristband.
This is how they look. Oh, my arms are whatever. This is how they look on. Mine's are like this. Just so you can see like the space. So yeah. This is how I made them. They're my y'all. They are here, so look how cute they look. And then this is the front.
Why is there a safety pin on it?
Let's talk about blue bracelets, why they're a problem, and what you're going to do instead. If you're not familiar, the day after the election, well-meaning white women got on this app and talked about how one way that we could support Black women and women of color would be to create blue friendship bracelets so that these marginalized groups would know that they could be safe with us. Now, if you are a well-meaning white woman who saw this and were like, I want to get a blue friendship bracelet, I think there are 3 things you need to hear. The first thing is that we don't get to decide if we're safe for other people. And the Black women and women of color who are in your community and who are already in your life already know whether they consider you safe or not. You don't need a blue bracelet to signal that to them. The second piece is to sit with whether or not part of the reason that you want to have a blue friendship bracelet is to signal that you are on the right side of history. Because if that is one of your motivating factors, you are centering yourself. And a major component of intersectional feminism is decentering white women. So a major part of the work is not needing external validation in order to uplift marginalized communities. So I made a list of some things that you can do instead. Okay, number 1 is to donate to HBCUs.
This is so cringe. Like, so, okay, Kamala lost. And now you feel like Black women, women of color, need some kind of coddling. Like, bro, I am a Black man, and I've been dealing with Black women my entire life. This is not gonna go over well. I'm sorry. Like, no, if you're doing this to get to Black women, just stop it. I'm afraid to tell you that it's gonna have some backlash. Yeah.
Black doctors and teachers are both underrepresented. Second is to follow and engage Black creators and creators of color, particularly women. You train your algorithm. So not only are you going to diversify the content that you see, but you'll also have a positive impact on these creators' reach, income, etc. Next is to advocate for inclusion in your own life. This might mean speaking up if you notice that everybody in your organization or school that's in a leadership position looks just like you, and questioning why there isn't more diverse representation in positions of power. Similarly, you can choose not to engage or participate with organizations or companies that lack diversity or representation. What this looks like for me is I will not spend my money to go to a conference where everybody keynoting is a white male, especially in education where the overwhelming majority of the profession is female. If I am looking at a conference and the entire keynote lineup is men, that is a major red flag. Internally, you have to do the work of understanding and unpacking your privilege and understanding how you've benefited.
Listen, I'm not a white guy. and this was extremely uncomfortable for me. Okay, if you go somewhere, you see a bunch of men in positions of power, et cetera, it's because they put themselves there, not because there was white. We live in a society in America today. Where it is, I don't think that there's a boundary, not even a boundary, a barrier for black men or any minorities to get into the same places where white guys are at. I think we are closer now than we've ever been to the ideals of Martin Luther King and other activists. These people are just talking out of their asses, and they looking. I get it, you guys want to help, but you sound stupid. I mean, I can't watch this anymore.
Hello, besties. I'm so excited. Okay, so I bought 2 blue bracelets. This one says, I'm still with her. And this side says, the fight continues. Let me show you. Look how stinking cute this is. I got one for myself and one for my daughter because I know she's going to try to take mine, and it's a no. I want mine on my wrist all the time. And as a token of appreciation for the order, she also sent this pin with the 3 yellow beads on it to signify each year before Harris can run again. I have it linked below. Please support this creator, this small business. I love her. Hello.
Tell me she does not look crazy. Oh, wow. But I just love how MAGA, Trump supporters, if you're in a cult, you guys, whatever he says, you stick to. You just blindly brainwash individuals, XYZ, blah blah blah. But you got things like this. Tell me, if you're watching, you cannot sit here and say that this does not seem occultish. You got the safety pin with 4 yellow beads on it, signalizing each year that she could, until she's eligible to run again. Like, stop it. You know what? I just got a genius idea. I'm gonna make blue wristbands. I'm gonna sell safety pins with beads on them. Yep. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna sell it to all Kamala supporters, and then I'll get rich. And then, maybe if she runs again in 4 years and wins, I'll get a small business loan. Whatever. I don't know. If that's what they have to use to cope, then I'm here for it. But I'm gonna end the video here. If you enjoyed the content here today, please feel free to like the content, share the content, subscribe to the channel. Please like the content. It helps the channel grow. Gets that YouTube algorithm rolling for me. But until next time, peace, love, and fish grease. I'll see you guys on the next video.